one of the craziest coasters in China. I loved that thing. Finally made it to the Great Wall, just completely untouched. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 38 of China. Oh my gosh. So long. We've been here for 38 days. We're almost in the 40s. Today we find ourselves back in Beijing. We are at Happy Valley Beijing. Happy Valleys, we've done about 4 or 5 of these parks on this trip so far. They're often compared to the Six Flags that we have in America. I disagree a little bit. I do think the Happy Valleys are a little better. But that being said, Happy Valley Beijing is one of the Happy Valleys that I've been looking forward to the most because it has a number of really good roller coasters. We have 6 in this park, 5 of which are operational. This one right here, Extreme Rusher, has not been operational in 3 years, and I'll explain later why. But the other 5 here look really good. We have a Jesiah mine train, we have a Vekoma SLC, we have a B&M Flyer, we have a B&M family invert, and we have the only operating B&M Hyper in all of China. Happy Valley Beijing opened in 2006, so it's a fairly old park, but they've really kept it up and they tend to add a lot of things here. So very excited to come out and check this out. Mark, any thoughts or expectations?
Well, I know this is the busiest Happy Valley park in the chain.
Yep.
I know it's one of the oldest, and I know they invest in this one very regularly, so
correct.
I'm excited to see what it's like inside.
Same. So the coasters here, they all open on different schedules. Some open at 9 with the park, some open at 10:30, some open at 11. We're trying to kind of figure that out as we go. So we're walking around right now to see kind of what's open, and then I'll let you know what our first attraction is. But stay tuned. We got a lot of good coasters today and a lot of cool things in this park to check out. Let's go. On the way in, we are getting our first views of the B&M Hyper. This thing looks beautiful. We've got the SLC right here as well. I believe this is the same layout as Happy Valley Chengdu's, which we did earlier on this trip. A lot of cool stuff to check out on the way in here. There's just a lot going on. Okay, first up on our attractions list, we have Jungle Racing behind me. Jungle Racing is the newest coaster here. This actually opened during the time we were in China. It opened on March 28th. We landed on March 27th. So this thing is literally a little over a month old. Jungle Racing here has replaced the former Vekoma mine train, which was also called Jungle Racing. This is kind of just like a little tribute slash, I guess, thank you to the former ride they had here, which had to close due to life expectancies for coasters in China. So we'll go ride that first real quick, and then we'll get on to some of the more interesting extreme rides. But I thought that was a fun point to note out. I heard Mark talking about it. So that's pretty cool. Sweet, let's do this. All right, here we go. So smooth. All things considered, that was really good. First rides on the mine train. You know, admittedly, I wasn't really looking forward to doing that because we've done so many mine trains on this trip, but I really can't knock Jesiah, dude. Their new stuff is so good. It's a really smooth thing. It was a fun little ride. I think it was a great investment, and that's perfect for kids. What'd you think of it?
Good to get on a brand new roller coaster. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, totally. This is cool too. Got a lot of cool artwork around this park. This park's very creative. It seems like this Happy Valley has a lot more of a creative, artsy edge than the others. So I think that's pretty fun. On the way to our next ride, we discovered this thing. It's called Happy World. This is a boat ride that apparently takes you through a bunch of different Chinese festivals and cultures. But one thing I wanted to show you real quick before we ride it. Look at this. This is the only large-scale indoor worldwide drifting attraction in China. What does that even mean? I'm not sure if that's a record or just pulling its strings. But hey, we got a cool entryway here. Wow. Oh my gosh, it's a small world. Look at all the different countries over here. I see America, we got Spain, we got Sweden, we got Australia. This is very strange. We're in Germany and they just have beer. This section says Carnival of the Animals. I guess it's the jungle area. Whoa, we're entering like an Arctic section. This is cool. Whoa, this is rad, but where's the audio? I like how they're all crowned. They're all king penguins. I think we're heading into Brazil. The World Cup celebration. That's what that says. This is an extremely long attraction. I believe we are now heading into Mexico, I would assume. Oh, North America. That's what they say. This is apparently North America. Is that the Golden Gate Bridge? I can't tell. It's a cool dragon head ahead of us. That's sick. Are we coming into our final section here? This says Lantern Festival, Dragon Boat Festival, National Day. I like this scene a lot. This is dope. Keep in mind, the mine train was 45 minutes. This was a walk-on. And I think this is the final scene, which is also pretty cool. Actually, I've not seen this on a ride before. It's like a crystal room. Interesting. Next up though, we're headed to this really big structure in the middle of the park, this massive castle, because there's a coaster inside, and it's a really good one. This is Crystal Wing. It's a B&M Flying Coaster opened in 2006 with this park. It is a Superman clone, so it's one of 4. The other ones being, I believe, at Six Flags Over Georgia, Six Flags Great Adventure, and there's another Six Flags park that I can't think of right now. But there's 4 of these around the world. This is the only one outside of America. Looks really, really cool. It's a flying coaster, so you're getting pulled up underneath the track, you're on your stomach, and then you're going through all sorts of cool things. My favorite element on this will probably be my favorite element in this whole park. Giant pretzel loop. Gotta love pretzel loop. So very cool ride here, very iconic one with an amazing theming package. Definitely better than the Supermans, that's for sure. So hopefully it rides as good as it looks because that is a really cool structure. But yeah, that's our next stop. Yo, we made it to the flyer. Let's go. We actually got on this thing. It was like 180 minutes. The express lane was like 50. We still made it. Oh, I'm stoked. All right, here we go. One of the craziest coasters in China. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No! Oh! 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 Yeah! Oh! 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 Oh my gosh! Oh! Wow! Where's it going? Yeah! Well, that was cool. I think the 2 girls next to me were terrified. Honestly, I don't blame them. That was sick though. Wow. Crystal Wing is awesome, dude. I love B&M Flyers. I don't care what anybody says, those are one of the best ride types. They're so forceful, they're so fun, and you really do feel like you're flying. Mark pointed out something interesting. We have now done all of the operating flying coasters around the entire world from B&M. We've done all of them. There is one standing but not operating called Harpy. That one's been SBNO for a long time and it's likely never coming back. So, as far as I'm concerned, we got completion, dude. That's pretty sick.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love that.
All right, on to our next attraction. We got like an hour left. We got to speed run these next few extreme coasters, starting with the Vekoma SLC. This is the same one as the one we did at Happy Valley Chengdu, which has the 0G roll, one of my favorite elements on an SLC because it's so rare. It just opened with the park. This one, for some reason, opens the latest out of all the attractions here, but you can see a train going up the lift right now. So that's our next stop. Let's go ride this SLC. It looks intense as hell. Okay, a little bit of an update. So the line for the SLC is 90 minutes. I have to be out of here in literally the next 45. They don't offer express on that one for some reason. So unfortunately, I might have to forfeit that coaster. We'll see. But in the meantime, we do have express for the B&M Hyper here and the Family Inver on the way out. So we went straight to the Hyper, kind of making good time here, but we're gonna do the Hyper real quick and I'll give you some stats on it in the station and then I'm gonna try for the SLC. We'll see if they'll help me out. Okay, here it is, Flight of the Himalayan Eagle Music Roller Coaster. This thing opened in 2019. Despite being a hyper coaster, it's actually only 157.5 feet tall, but I think the best thing about this, it has onboard audio beneath the headrest there, which should be really fun. Sweet. Woo! Wow! Oh! Oh! What is this? Whoa! Hey! Oh! Oh! them, and I love the onboard audio. Wow. I loved that thing. That was so much fun. I wish I had more time here today to just go re-ride that because it is so fun and so playful. I went into that with the expectation of one of the smaller B&M Hypers, thinking it wouldn't be that good and just kind of like exist. But no, dude, that thing tears. The layout's cool, the pacing's great. I love the views on it. The splashdown's unique, and the best part about it, the onboard audio. It has such a cool soundtrack as you fly around that whole layout. Very playful, very fun ride. So big ups to B&M for that one.
It's outstanding, dude. I loved it. I agree with Jesiah. I think it's one of my favorite B&M Hypers. I did not expect that.
It was so cool. Unfortunately, I'm going to the Great Wall. I feel like I gotta go see that. Mark, he's gonna stay here and try and get on the SLC, and this park has a lot of other cool stuff. So if you wanna watch his vlog, he's gonna go do some other cool attractions as well. But I'm gonna skip the SLC, get the family invert real quick, which I'll film for you guys, and then I'm gonna head on out and show you guys the Great Wall. So overall, this park's been very busy. It is holiday season. I'm happy that some of the parks in China are getting this many visitors, but it is just tricky to work through when you have an 80-minute wait for a Vekoma SLC and there's no express queue for it. So looking for the family invert now, and then I'm out of here. And here it is, folks, the family inverted coaster. That's literally what it's called. This does say it's original according to the database, but Mark, I heard you talking something earlier about maybe another manufacturer's done this layout.
Yeah, Vekoma, it looks like Freedom Flyer, doesn't it?
It kind of does, yeah. I wonder if it's the same. One of you guys who knows layouts better than I do, comment if it's the same layout as Freedom Flyer or if it's a little different. I'm not quite sure, but oh, it's open. All right, cool. Last ride, let's go get it. Here it is, and we got vest restraints. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Woo! Let's go! Dang. Oh, it's so smooth. Hey. Whoa. Got some forces. Oh, man. Hey. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Cool. The family invert's cool. I like that a lot. B&M does a good job with those. I'm not sure why they have a reputation for being rough. This one was pretty smooth, but yeah. I'm actually headed out toward now Extreme Rusher, which I'll talk about as I leave the park because I'm going to the Great Wall real quick. But Mark, your quick thoughts because you're staying all day.
Yeah, dude, this was a surprising park. I think we both weren't expecting the lineup of coasters to be all that special without Extreme Rusher in the picture, but it's actually amazing.
It is.
Like everything exceeded expectations for the most part.
I agree.
Family invert was a lot of fun too.
Totally. So I'm gonna go talk about Extreme Rusher real quick. That is the S&S launch coaster that hasn't operated in 3 years. I'll give you guys some insight on that. And then I'm gonna head to the Great Wall. So we'll say goodbye to Mark. What's up, dude? All right, peace out, dude.
See ya.
Woo. Okay, as promised, a bit of background on Extreme Rusher. So this thing has been standing but not operating since October 28th of 2023. It's an S&S air launch coaster with over 2,000 feet of track and a height of 170 feet. It's a rather large ride. Also goes 83 miles per hour. It's got a compressed air launch, making that launch very intense. Now, there was an accident on one of these compressed air launch coasters in 2023 that caused all of them across the Happy Valley chain, and even the other ones that aren't in the chain, to close. That's why they've been SBNO since 2023. But a little bit of information here. The coaster started getting a repaint last month. We just barely saw that come out on a post from somebody that visited the park, which means maybe they're planning to reopen it. This morning I was talking to some of the staff and I asked them, and their exact response to me was, we just don't know. So really the future of these rides are in the hands of, I guess, just the future. I don't know what would cause them or cause them not to open, but they're here, it's there. Worth noting for sure. That's the only reason we're skipping it, because it's not open. So anyways, off to the Great Wall. Stick around if you want to see some of that. I'll take you on for that journey. But yeah, cool park for sure. Well, the coaster lineup is good. I wish our operations were better. The operations are kind of bad. But yeah, let's head off to the Great Wall. See you later, Happy Valley Beijing. Okay folks, I'm 3 hours in the future now. Chairlift toboggan. Finally made it to the Great Wall. This is a pain to get out here. I'm at the Mutianyu Great Wall, which is not as popular as the Badaling one. Still a lot of people here, but the Badaling one actually has a train station that goes to it. I chose this one because there's less people. I booked a toboggan and cableway lift up, so I take a cable up and I can take a toboggan down if I'm done with this place by 5. But here we go, dude. We're here. So I'm headed up to the Great Wall. I already saw it, but we can go get on it now. Let's do it. Also, I'm a little sick. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's kind of brutal. So a little bit of background. So we're starting here. All these numbers here are different watchtowers on the Great Wall. We're going to number 6. Most tourists go to number 14. I chose this one in particular because less people go there. As you can see, after you hit 23 and 1, you can't go out because then you're past the tourist zone and you're onto the wild Great Wall, which they protect around here, and you can't go over there. It's over 13,000 miles long total when you put all the miniature walls included with the big one. A bunch of different emperors contributed to it. Tons of people helped build this thing. I mean, it is a wild history with the Great Wall. If any of you have the time, I'd highly recommend watching a 15 or 20-minute documentary on it because it's really cool. Yeah, enough said. Let's go see the Great Wall. Mom and sister boarding the gondola. I'm up here. Hopefully over these trees, I start getting some views of the Great Wall. I could briefly see it from down there at the visitor center, but man, this has been one of those bucket list things, dude. I grew up looking at pictures of this thing. There's a toboggan slide we can take down. The last one runs at 5 on weekdays, 5:30 on weekends. I don't really know if it looks interesting enough to jeopardize more time up here, so I might just walk down later from the wall, but that is here as an option for those of you who want to do it. Looks a little slow. Dude, yes, we just crested that ridge. There's the Great Wall. That is unbelievable to see. That's unreal, dude. There's part of the non-tourist section that has not been restored. That's true, authentic Great Wall over there. They've done some stonework on this side, but this one's unbelievable. All right, we're rolling into the station. Let's go see this thing. All right, here's the part we can walk. That part is my favorite part of this whole place so far. Just completely untouched. Just the original wall sitting over there. That's unbelievable. Gonna walk down here now and walk what we can. I'm gonna try and walk end to end as far as I can do it. What an honor, dude. So sick. It appears we are at guard post 5 of 23 that we're allowed to walk to. We're not on the wall yet, I'm just on the outside of it, but that's the wall right here. Boom, dude. Sick. So the wall, as I was mentioning earlier, has a pretty insane history. Primarily, this thing was used over here to keep a lot of the Mongolians out, as well as when China was in a bunch of different states and they were all fighting each other. Kind of crazy history, dude. This wall's it served so many purposes throughout its existence. Now it's just obviously tourism, but that's pretty insane that at some point a bunch of people were standing here building this thing to protect land from outside forces. That's unreal. Anyways, I'm gonna walk up here now and see how far we can go to the right, and then we'll go back that way. But I think this is probably the least populated part of the wall because we're kind of on the far edge on the cableway instead of the actual tram up. Okay, we've made it to Watchtower 4. This is Zhengguang Tai. This is a collective group of 3 buildings that come together in one whole piece. And the point of this is that it was essentially the largest battle command station they had. The general would chill here and all the soldiers would sit on the first floor while the general was up in the second. And they would sit here and defend using these cool stone cannons they had. Pretty fascinating. There's a ton of little reads about this if you come here. That's one of the cannon fragments. They would put gunpowder in there and blow things out the end. You can see a lot of the restoration work going on down here. I'm not sure if this pavilion was ever open to the public, but that is going to be a lot of the original stone from the Great Wall. It's been here for a long time. As we get more up this way, the end of the wall that we can visit's up here. I'm hoping we can actually see past it into the wall that has not been touched since it was more or less left abandoned, and I believe the 1600s was the last time this thing was technically utilized. And now we start our ascent. Ready, Ma?
Yep.
Up we go.
Oh boy.
It's pretty steep. All right, I guess they've installed these handrails for people. It's kind of cool, actually. This might be the end of the wall for us. I'm gonna walk in this tower, see if it is. Maybe not, there's even more. And this is like a near vertical climb right here. What's out this way? Just some views. Top of this section means number 2 watchtower. On the map it showed a 1. So I'm assuming we can go even further. Yep, hell yeah. We made it to tower number 1. There's the wild Great Wall out there. It just keeps going. They filled it in with concrete, so no chance anyone's getting over there. I'm gonna try and get maybe on top though, see if I can see some views of it at least. That's pretty cool, just right out here, right past that tree. It just goes straight into the wall. It's been left untouched since it was used. So I found out some information. I was talking to a security guard. That's tower 0 over here. On the other side of the mountain is really good views of the Great Wall, the untouched, unrestored area. I begged him to go over there and he said no, but he did tell me, if you wanna go at your own risk, there are other areas of the Great Wall near here that you can do that and just go at your own risk as long as you don't vandalize it. So maybe one day I'll come back with some friends and we'll do some hiking on the Great Wall. You can actually see right here, it goes up the mountain. You can see a watchtower there and one on top of that ridge. Pretty insane. Okay, ended up staying up here a lot longer than I thought. It is now, I think like 7 or 8 p.m. Been here for probably 4 or 5 hours. This place is amazing. But I'm actually gonna walk down. I didn't know you can, but you can walk down if you want to back to the visitor center. It's about a 30 to 45 minute walk is what I read. Hopefully some cool views of the wall. They light up this section at night, but there's no one here. It's so peaceful. It's definitely the move to show up late and just stay here till close. That's definitely the trick with the Great Wall. So very good experience so far, and we're gonna head on down. Quick update, we're out of the Didi. We're getting some hot pot. Got these crazy rice cakes. Have got all sorts of weird meat stuff. Got my sauces that I made. Really good meal. All right, folks. Well, I'm gonna end the vlog here. Pretty fun day today. Lots to do, lots to see. Pretty exhausted, but we'll see you tomorrow for another one. We got 2 parks. We have, what do we have tomorrow? Happy Valley Tianjin and Phantom Wild Tianjin. So, see you there.